Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and my gaming news series. This is where I like to look at everything going on in the world of gaming and keep you as up to date as possible. So let's get on with today's video. We've had word from Sony that as of the 31st of January next year, all online support for Gran Turismo sports servers will completely stop and it will become an offline only game, given that Gran Turismo Sport is pretty much an online game. What does that mean for the game? And most importantly, what does it mean for game preservation? First and foremost, of course, you won't be able to race online, so sport mode won't be there. You won't be able to race in community lobbies either. You won't be able to gain access to stuff like your liveries. Online add-ons like the Lewis Hamilton DLC, that will still work, but after December the 1st, they're not even going to sell that, which is obviously the right choice for a game that they're about to close. The mileage store will also close, so get those points spent before it does. Trophies, any online trophies that require online, obviously you won't be able to get them. So if you are a trophy hunter, it might be a good time to go back before the start of next year and see whether you can get that platinum trophy. There's no word yet on whether they're going to patch the game because currently you need an online connection for your progress to save. Well, obviously it's going offline, so will you be able to save your progress? I'm not sure. Basically the game is going to die. Probably the game is already dead, although I hear there's still quite an audience playing Gran Turismo Sport that haven't moved over to Gran Turismo 7. Did I enjoy Gran Turismo Sport? I absolutely loved it. Was there major issues at the start? Of course. There's still a few lobby options that haven't come over to Gran Turismo 7 from Gran Turismo Sport. And one of my favourite ones is to set the grid from the results from the previous race. That still isn't in Gran Turismo 7. Now, from a business point of view, obviously, I understand this decision. It costs money to keep servers up and running and teams watching and making sure that everything is okay with the game. Part of me thinks, well, isn't that why we pay the PlayStation Plus subscription, to be able to play our games that we've purchased online? Given the amount of people that subscribe to PlayStation Plus, really, how much does it cost to keep a game like this online? I suppose if no one's playing it, though, what's the point? We do live in a throwaway society, and I think games are becoming a little bit like that as well. Do we worry about Gran Turismo Sport going off? No, we're having fun playing Gran Turismo 7, and that won't get worried about when Gran Turismo 8, 9, and 10 come along. And it's the same with Game Pass, is a great example of just playing the games, enjoying the games. They go off the service, you don't give them another thought. I think the last couple of generations, like the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, and now the Xbox S and X and the PlayStation 5 generations, I don't really give game preservation a thought, especially from a channel point of view. I'm always moving forward. I'm always looking for the next game out, not really looking around to see how the stuff that we love currently is being preserved for the future. Game preservation to me is almost from a bygone era. You can see here I've got the Sega Saturn version of Sega Rally. It's still in its box, still the instruction manual. WEC Le Mans on my Amstrad CPC 464 with the box as they used to do it. You just don't get games like this anymore. Outrun on the Commodore 64 and my precious Ghostbusters 2 with the badge still in there. This to me is game preservation. The same thing happened with Drive Club, and they cancelled the servers on this when this lovely game actually it still holds up today, especially the rain effects. But this was the only game on PlayStation VR to be a multiplayer racing game, and they cancelled the service. So if Sony don't care about game preservation, why should we? But my top shelf above me is dedicated to the old days of gaming, and I do love to keep that sort of era alive. So I would love to know in the comments section below, what do you think about game preservation? What do you like to preserve about games? Is it current games that you like to preserve? I suppose it annoys me the fact that you buy this, but it's not actually stored on the disk. You download it. All you're buying here is a plastic wrapper and a disc to get the license on. You're not actually buying the game like you did with this when it was fully tested in there. No one can touch that. That's a complete game and no one can touch that. Whereas this, they can take it offline and you can still say you've got the disc, but you haven't. So what do you like to preserve about games from the past? I'd love to know in the comments section below. But that is it, everyone. Have a lovely day and I will see you in the next one.